your head review. But how, how do you give any issue that are important?
So it's fun sometimes um, telling them कि हम भी यही स्कूल के बच्चे थे and we know all the masti that you're doing.
That of having were really I'm here the Motiwala. How how did you get in being the people of the non-better people?
Anand, thank you very much for this opportunity for giving me this chance to be on this interview with you. It's a great pleasure being here. Actually, I finished my master's in law and I was working in the district court here in Nasik. I also had a small educational startup of mine. But then post COVID, my dad needed my help with his school that he started 35 years ago. It's called Dawn Breaker School in Nasik. It's a Baha'i inspired school. And we are trying to offer quality holistic education to people from low income families. So he needed my help with this school, and I had to quit my practice. And I have joined Dawn Breakers since then, and I've been helping him with it. So I wasn't inclined since the start to join the school, but then the turn of events were such that now I'm here at Dawnbreakers, and I'm really enjoying it much more than my court practice.
How be being a member of the how does it feel?
So yes, I also graduated from Dawnbreaker School, and now I'm working as a principal in the same school. To prepare myself for this job opportunity, I also completed my bachelor's in education, and it's wonderful being working in a school where I grew up, and I can relate with the students much more. I'm much more connected with my teachers, and I understand what the aspirations of the students are, what the wants of my parents are, and it's a great experience so far. Um, all the musti that children do, all the things that they do to avoid punishment, all the tactics they use to bypass school rules. The good thing is because I've been through that age and through the same school, I know all of it. We've done that as well. So it's fun sometimes telling them कि हम भी यही स्कूल के बच्चे थे and we know all the masti that you're doing. Yeah, so it's a good experience. I really enjoy it much more than the court practice.
How do you compare the in of your and when you were a compare now.
So the school is around 35 years old. We've come a really long way. And the classrooms were quite small before, and the swimming pool. I remember there was a really small swimming pool, and
Yeah,
we had horse riding that time.
yeah,
A lot has changed. Classrooms are much more systematic and organized. The whole infrastructure is quite bigger compared to what it was when I was in the school. And even the method of education, the methodology has changed quite a lot. I remember during our times, we were more dependent on teacher lectures. But nowadays, the teaching pedagogy used in Dawn Breakers is more related to critical thinking. So the classrooms that we try to create are more such that teachers ask questions, give time for students to think about them, and there are a lot of discussions taking place. So that is how the whole school environment has changed. And yeah, we haven't expanded in terms of infrastructure quite a lot. We try to keep it. Uh, yeah, it's great. It's great.
yeah. In the world, knowledge is in our palm and everything is online. In your opinion, what are the things that only it can provide?
Okay, so from what I understand from your question is that now that knowledge is so easily accessible everywhere on
Yeah,
phones and YouTube
yeah,
and internet,
yeah,
how is school still irreplaceable?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think what happens in online education is the good thing is we only pursue things we like to read about. But in school, sometimes there is a systematic curriculum and a syllabus that we have to follow, and we learn about a variety of subjects which we might not study if no one forced it on us. So we get to learn about science and history and civics and geography and other languages. But if it was only on my phone, I am very selective of what educational content I want to watch. But when I'm in school, there is a curriculum I have to follow, a basic criteria that I have to pass. Apart from that, even though there is so much of education knowledge available outside, in school settings, students learn about how to deal with their elders, their teachers, their seniors, their school friends,
yeah,
the non-working staff. And there's a lot of social skills that are being developed in a school environment, which cannot happen if I'm only acquiring degrees online. There's a lot of confidence building that takes place. There is state speaking that takes place, and so many more things that one would not learn otherwise just using their cell phones.
yeah,
So I think even in the future, education might be integrated more with technology, but schools still play an irreplaceable role.
yeah,
Nowadays, parents also don't want the children to spend too much time on their cell phones or televisions or the internet, and they want a phone-free, digital-free experience in the classrooms where there is man-to-man interaction and heart-to-heart connection. So yeah.
yeah. I was born now you of the dominant. Are you getting more video in the future?
So our YouTube channel is not very active currently. We don't use it much. Most of our parents are from the working class, and they go out of their homes early, come home late, and to showcase whatever their children have learned, we usually use Facebook. But even then, we usually have more in-person interaction with the parents. So there is a lot of exhibitions and lot of events that we plan throughout the month, like sports activities and science exhibition and dance and drama and chess and other things. But most of this happens in person, class wise. So parents can look at their children in action and give their feedback to the teachers rather than just uploading videos online. But I agree that YouTube is a great way to share message from the management or the principal to all the parents and the students. But most of our students don't have YouTube. They don't have access to it because parents only have usually one phone in their families, and that one phone goes with the father or the mother to the work, and children don't have access to YouTube so much. And parents are also not very much inclined to check out all the updates regarding the school over YouTube. So I don't know, maybe we might come up with more videos in the future.
mm. And in the life happiness in your mm, more before marriage. What we are more uno
Uh, that's quite nice of you to notice the school motto that we have. It says morality before materiality. So what we mean by it is that if at all students are faced with a choice between the material and the moral, we want our students to choose the moral before the material, to make decisions based on their moral instincts and moral education that they receive. So to be able to apply this motto in the school, what we are trying to do is for the past 35 years, we have regular moral classes for all the students from right from age 3 to 16. We use different resources to conduct these moral classes. Most of this is the Baha'i Children class material that we have, and also the Junior Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program that we use. We have some spirited Baha'i youths working with us at Dawnbreakers who conduct these programs. And along with these classes, they engage in a lot of craft and art activities. And for the higher students, on a regular basis, they get involved in service projects. So one of the things that they do is they learn to use the Nasik municipality app. The municipality has an app which you can use to report problems in your corporation. And while they're studying about moral education, they also learn how to take action for the betterment of society using the technology which is available at hand. So we give a basic training to the students so that they can complain if there are, damaged roads or overflowing sewages or electricity problems or broken street lights or stray dogs or garbage issues. What the children study the reality in their localities, and they raise complaints with the municipality and get these problems resolved. So we are trying to implement this moral aspect in our students using theory and action with practical and reflection. These are some of the steps that we are taking, and a lot of events that also happen in the school, such as elocution competition or an essay competition, or be it a Republic Day, Independence Day. A lot of the themes that they speak on, talk on, debate on are all based on moral and spiritual principles.
your head review. But how do give me any idea that are important.
So I think any organization that we run, there are always going to be positive and negative reviews that people think. And I think they all have the right to share their complaints and feedbacks with everybody so that others can also make informed decisions. But we encourage parents to first talk to the school before posting negative reviews. And if at all we can get their problems or complaints resolved at our level. And once we fail and we cannot do anything about it, of course, they should put an honest review so that others can make an honest decision. And about criticism, I think it's always going to be there, no matter what you do, how careful you are, how well you work, how big your organization is, small it is, because we are dealing with a large number of people from different backgrounds. Sometimes they understand what the school is doing, sometimes they don't understand what the school is doing. Sometimes we can explain to some what our philosophy is, sometimes we cannot. So negative reviews are always going to be there, criticisms are always going to be there. We look at it in a very healthy way and we encourage these feedbacks. We regularly circulate Google Forms to collect feedbacks from the staff, the parents, the students, to constantly learn where we are lacking and how we can improve and how we can give a better service to our students and parents.
What simply I would have do do for you.
So my dad started the school, like I mentioned earlier,
Mm.
and he has quite unique programs already in the school. What I'm trying to do is I'm first trying to understand everything that he's implemented and how I can systematize them more. One of the interesting things, improvements that he had introduced, and we're trying to carry it forward, is the concept of character cards. So all the students carry these character cards with them, in which every day, if they do good things, they are rewarded positive points, and if they do something unseemly, like using bad words or violence, they get some negative points. So throughout the year, these points are calculated. Every month, students with the highest positive character card points are rewarded, and students who are unable to improve their behavior are given more support and encouragement. Some sanctions are also placed upon them, like they might not be able to go for a sports period or a swimming period. And so this character card concept has helped us keep student behavior in check. Along with that, we're trying to now create classrooms where there's less lecturing, less rote learning, less burden of writing, and more of discussions, debates, more of a study circle setting where students, there is a flipped classroom where students prepare and then they give presentations in the classroom. These are the shifts in pedagogies that we are trying to implement in the school.
How many but the dog have
So we do not have any branches currently. We just have Dawnbreakers Kindergarten. It's a preschool for ages 3 to 6. We have Dawnbreakers School from grade 1 to 10. And we have two divisions per class, and we have around 750 students with us. I think this itself is a quite large population to have a meaningful impact on. And we do not have any branches. We are thinking of having another branch though. Um, it is the plans are being considered right now by the management, and let's see. Hopefully, by the blessings of God, maybe if things work out, we might start another branch for low income groups in a more rural setting.
I believe that it you know there be limited about income and gathering the and deeply and darkly root them back in. How
Mm.
do bear joy and back.
That's a very nice question, Anand. And I quite agree with you. What you believe is what the latest science about education says, that uh, education should not only be about, theory. It should also be about the practical aspect. And it should not just be about preparing them for jobs, but it should also be about preparing them for life, about how they can live their day-to-day lives more in harmony with their family members, how they can contribute to their responsibilities as, as children in the home, in their societies. And uh, one of the things that we do to help balance these things is the timetables that we design. They are not very much focused only on the theoretical subjects, but we try to include a lot of other things, such as while they are studying English and Hindi, Marathi, geography, history, science, we ensure that along with theory, teachers are able to take the students on the field and use audio visual content and use assignments and other practical work to demonstrate whatever the students learn. And with it we try to introduce other things in the timetable, such as there is dance, there is drama, there is computer, and arts, craft, sports, volleyball, swimming. We try to give exposure to our students in all of these fields. And of course we also have devotional gatherings which happen once a month. We have home visits to the parents of our students. These are all the different areas in which we are trying to give our students exposure so that we can build their confidence, we can build their awareness about the opportunities that are existing around them.
You for at love on your for we in the
Yes, yes, we do. So usually we try to educate the parents as much as possible. The parents that we are dealing with are mostly working class, so they hardly spend any time with their children, which is a very big problem and which greatly affects students' performance. So we're trying to educate the parents also to regularly spend time with their children, to do some reading, to ask them what they've learned, to demonstrate what they've learned, and to go on walks with them, to exercise with them, to do arts with them. And this helps students who are weak. Apart from that, the extra efforts that school takes is on every Saturday we have extra classes where we invite these students, we invite the teachers, we do a quick survey on what are the chapters and subjects that students are having difficulties with, and we focus extra guest lectures on those specific topics. And along with that, we are also trying to regularly train our existing teachers so that they can deliver content in a better way, in a more with a more variety of techniques using audio visual or visual material and field work, etc. Along with the extra attention for the weak students, we gamify this thing in a classroom. What we do is after every exam we launch a mission grade jump where we publish a list of the names of all the students and the grades that they have secured. And we challenge everybody that, okay, now if you've secured grade C, you have to make a jump in the next exam to grade B. If you have secured grade B, you have to make a jump to grade A. And we give them a total count of how many grade C's or B's or a certain class has. So, for example, fifth A will compete with fifth B. Fifth A has, example, 20 B's and 20 A's, and B has 25, the fifth B has 25 Bs and 25 As. So we encourage students to have as little C's as possible and have more B or A grades. And we gamify this experience for them. Yeah, these are some of the steps that we take for weak students to help them.
Yeah.
Of course, calling the parents regularly for a meeting is also one of the things that we do.
Before we wrap up, I would like to mention that I believe that I have that has been developed by my brother Arun and others. Would you like to share your experience of interacting with me with the app?
Of course, of course. Firstly, I would like to really congratulate your brothers for the app that they have been able to develop. It is very interesting, and the this app is definitely going to allow thousands and thousands of people who have difficulty in communicating also communicate and share their ideas with the world. And the amazing thing that you're doing of taking these YouTube interviews and YouTube videos that you're making with this app and with the accessibility that it has offered you, you're able to share your thoughts and ideas with so many. And along with that, you are able to motivate thousands of people that just because they are having a little difficulty in speaking, it shouldn't stop them from using these technological resources, from reaching out to people, from sharing their views. A big congratulations to your brothers. They've done a wonderful job, and it's an amazing software. I had absolutely no difficulty in interacting with you, in understanding you, in responding to you. And I just like to wish all good things for all three of you ahead.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. It was it the talking. All,
Pleasure was all mine. Anand.
all the best for your wonderful.
Thank you so much, Anand. Thank you so much. And I would really appreciate prayers from your side so that all the staff of Dawnbreaker School are able to have a meaningful impact on the children and the parents that we are dealing with, and that all of these students grow out to be responsible and disciplined individuals who contribute for the betterment of society. Thank you very much for giving your time to me and having this interview with me. It was great pleasure.
Bye for now.
Bye bye, Anand. Bye bye. Thank you.